should I get an interpreter to interpret this to some of us? Yeah, I'm speaking directly to you now. Like, think, think about this. So person has been declared wanted because they stole $1 billion. And your first reaction is, well, see all these things. I don't believe that, Jare. It is because he criticized Tifnumbu. That is why they are coming for him. This is not lying against him. This is them telling you what they have done. If you are not, for some, like, alarmed, which is so rare today, majority of you are just not really bothered, because you've seen this countless times. So there is nothing after it. So to you, it's a waste of time. I understand that one. That means you have grown sort of like cold when it comes to exposing the atrocities of these criminals, right? I understand that, but I'm talking about those who are triggered enough to say, well, Mayegun, let me tell you something. I know what is going on. You see this Yaya Bello thing, eh? Let me tell you. Now some people behind it. Now some people what the hell do you want to tell me? What you should be answering me is it a lie that 80 billion naira has been looted from Kogi? Is it also a lie that this guy paid, you know what I mean, like that? Oh, Tifnumbu is very rich. How did he become rich? Like, how? Can you tell me his real business? Like anything? You can't. I know you can't, so don't bother yourself. I know you can't. But there are sick Nigerians that will never agree that they can't. How can you say Tifnumbu is, yeah? Then they will start. Somebody that worked for Mobile. He was a Mobile treasurer. He worked for Deloitte. He was a Deloitte accountant. All lies. So he never worked for any of them, by the way. But again, then they will say a former governor, two-time governor, a former, as if to say, once you are those things, automatically, okay, boom, you are a billionaire in dollars without stealing. So what they are saying is that, but we all know that they steal now. So if you're asking for what is his business, that's how he made this money. So now you are telling my story. You are confirming what I just said. That he's a criminal. But it's just that you don't want to see it as a criminal because you are a sick person. You are sick. That's how sick people think. They normalize criminality. They normalize all the terrible behaviors. They don't know. They will think they don't know. You see? Oh yeah, somebody who is somebody who has been made. Do you know how many people has been making governor? And so, is that a business? About say this is Nigeria now. You are the one who is asking how did he make his money, as if to say you don't know. I say, so what are you saying? I am asking you, how did he come by to become a billionaire, which he wasn't, by the way, despite all the heroin trade and all that, which we all know that he wasn't even a billionaire when he became the governor. So afterward, he became a multi-billionaire, and becoming that multi-billionaire, right, which seems to still be something they want more, right? I've left so many lives, ruined, destroyed, and you will never know because you do not even see it as a bad thing. You see it as, yeah, it's going to happen. It's the governor now. You know what I mean? So they lie to you so comfortably. You see sick people lies to hide. Like there are some level of lying that you would have to be a very sick person to become an expert in such. like lying to people whose lives depends on it. Your lie is, it's going to kill them. The truth is going to kill them. So you lie to them and then you make them wait and die. So that then you go to the next victim and to the next one and to the next one and to you. That's the way of life, What about the people you are touching their lives too? Like to you, you're really very much on the roll and all that, So yeah, you've seen Nigerians who will tell you and say, well, what about other people that he has also helped? I'm not asking you, I'm asking you, how did he make his money? We know how he made his money. His access to the public treasury, right? And then he has everything that a lot of you would probably wait on one day to also have if you have your chance. So that is why it's the combination of the love or the existence of a system that has breeded so many sick, deranged people who are not seeing money as a mean of providing comfortable lives for everyone, including you with the money. They don't see it that way. More and more people are falling into poverty. So many of them are joining different criminal organizations and activities, wreaking havoc on the society. Every one of these rogue, they are still interested and waiting for the next allocation. So these are sick people. They are sick people. And they do have people who look up to them. The people that once you give them 1,000 naira, they will fight your cause because it's a cause. So when they release these receipts, and this is Ali Bello Zara, Bello Farid, Bello, which one is this? Neymar. Here is another one. Bello Zayan. 2022, 2022. Which other one? Oh, there's another one. So anyway, and they are like that everywhere. Okay? When you go to Ogun State, for example, a lot of you will be like, oh, shit, they just finished fighting war for this place. Eh? If you go to Ekiti, you will think maybe there was war that chased everybody, or that just swept through, or maybe some natural disaster that just passed through the entire place. And same thing is almost everywhere. But it is like the ruiners of all these places, they are in competition against one another. Billion doesn't make any much move on them anymore. We used to hear about a million, and we'll be like, 1 million, 2 million, 20 million. Now they talk about millions in dollars. They lie to you, to your faces. And yet you don't think this is beyond greed? Well, I do think. Here is another one. Sometimes in 2019, let me check the date. Okay, it is in July 2018. They packaged Bokwari to Netherlands, Holland. And according to them, Bokwari has been able to attract foreign investors to Nigeria. So for 8 years of Bokwari, from that 2018 up till May 2023, there is no single Holland or Netherlands business that visitor came to Nigeria to come and do anything. Or do you know any? Yeah? Holland is of the population. I think the population of Holland should be somewhere around between 18 and 20 million. That's the population of Holland. And that shouldn't be more than the population of Ogun State, Ondo State. Or maybe you can just use Ekiti State as an extra so that you can use plus or minus. That's just 3 states in southwest of Nigeria. Okay? Holland is economically viable with over 1.1 trillion dollars of foreign reserve. Nigeria has 30 billion. But $30 billion of Nigeria is already used for collateral. The one day we're withdrawing money from to defend the Naira. And now it seems like, they will need more to defend the Naira. So Kalu went there. He is here to leave Rolando. They have already started sending Lamba back to the Oponu Sikh people in Nigeria too. Here is what I mean by you being led by Sikh people. I started this broadcast by telling you about one of our brothers living in UAE that has been affected by the diplomatic row between Nigeria and UAE. That has prompted the UAE government to place a visa ban on Nigerians, and it has really wreaked havoc. This has been going on under Bokuwari, and at a point, Bokuwari was in that same Dubai a few times. He didn't give a damn. Okay? That means he's not connected to you. He's distant from you. Then Kalu came in, and they quickly put themselves together and they traveled down to UAE to go and meet with the government and the people of UAE and possibly plead the case of Nigeria. Then they told him, say, okay, well, good enough, you are a new government. We want you to show commitment that you're not going to be like the last one. The last one owed us almost $10 billion of our airlines and others. From this money, so amount is our own. So we cannot continue to, because if you don't pay that money, if everybody treats our businesses like that abroad, majority of these businesses, right, they are part of the contributor to the economy of UAE. So you will kill those businesses. So we won't let that happen. So pay that money or start paying it, and then we can lift the visa ban. That was something that has to do with lives of the people. So Kalu and his gang, they didn't lift anything. They didn't pay any dime. They didn't tell the people who have been traumatized by this. But they went straight to the media and announced UAE had lifted the ban after meeting Tifnumbu. No shame, no nothing. They waited it out when it became fake news. So they waited it out and wanted all of you to ignore and forget it. But it made the lives of people even more worse. Sick people. Tifnumbu went, they took him to, what's that thing called again? That was something, that summit that they went for in India. G15, I don't know. The Shah went there for one in India. Remember that time? Where Joe Biden avoided him and ran away. Yeah? So he went to India, and one of his ministers told Nigerians that Tifnumbu have attracted $30 billion investment from India. Do you remember that? These are people who lie unprovoked. They are unbothered, they are unconcerned, but they do it anyway. But to you, oh, they are just liars. There are liars. There are those who compulsive liars. There are those whose lies actually will affect the life of people. There are lies that the pronouncement will make or mar the lives of so many people. So if you are not sick, you will not lie about things like that. You will not push a narrative that you know is false as a government. Push it, and then make the lives of other people so miserable, especially those who depend on it. You don't lie about that and say, it's the government now. That's what they do. They are too lying. But every time they make those pronouncements, they are actually affecting lives. It's only sick people does that. They did not feel, but it's not really a big deal. Abi? Sick people. So there is no 30 billion investor coming to Nigeria. They took him to France to go and see his new landlord. Abi? In France, his supposed new boss. He was there. They came back and they said, oh, French companies said they are going to invest in Nigeria. Where are the French companies? Where are they? They went to the America. These are the things I want you to pay attention to so that you can understand that you are being led by sick people. It is beyond you thinking, Baba, that's how they do. I want you to see beyond that so that you understand the damages better than you have been kind of processing it all this while. You need to understand what it means when sick people, and I'm not saying sick like sick, the way we just joke about sick. I'm talking about mentally deranged people. But because they are wearing clean clothes, they are wearing babariga, wearing suits, clean shape in most cases, right? Make you think they are just greedy and selfish. They are corrupt. Those are fancy words, that are not really applicable to these people. These ones are sick people. There are corrupt politicians all over the world. Corrupt politicians. Corrupt politicians who have tried to game their system in their countries or use the influence of their own influence in government to gain financial gain or make financial profit or something abroad. That is corruption. When it comes to the safety, the progress, the development of their people and their country, they do not bargain with that. No. They do not. Absolutely. Because sometimes, right, somebody said, let me see how he said. He said, however, Tinubu will complete his 2 term. Listen, it is not as if that your rotten system that produced the Tinubu does not have the worst and the worst and the worst of Tinubu in stock for you. It is like a loop, like somebody said, you are in a loop. So whether Tinubu is going to be your president for 2 terms, 10 terms, that is your problem. You see, the damages and the wreck they will actually create may even claim your life. Yeah, that's what bad governance does. Gone are the days when people say that freely and think it is a thing. Whatever you like, make you talk on. Tinubu will do 80 years. Amen. Mean do 80 years, self. But the bottom line is that whatever it is you are facing now, you have not even really started. And as a sick person who is open on a sick people to actually fix that contraption. You understand now? So I don't expect you to expect less. So we are talking about the sick people and those who are backing them. You are not doing anybody. If your Naira enter gutter, you go enter Ram, whether you are supporting him or you are not. If you don't stop them, they will never stop. That is the theory. So don't say to people and say, whatever you like, he will spend 8 years. He can spend 80 years. When they are naming the victims and the victims of their criminality and mental derangement, you are likely going to be on the list. Whether you are in Nigeria or you are outside Nigeria, everybody will collect. So that's not a fancy, that's not a threat to say to anybody, or even any funny thing to say to anybody. Ha 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 ha. Whether you can cry for 8 years. No, 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 no. They may kill you the first 8 months. Do you know how many of those they have already destroyed who are alive? Like, they are not dead though, but they are already economically destroyed. And I swear, this is not discriminatory. The entire system will deal with everyone, whether you are supporting them or you are not supporting them. It is just like whether you are wishing them well or you are not wishing them well, take a look at all their actions and tell me if you are not also deranged to expect something like, I mean, I remember, take a look at this. I remember those. Some of them are just like, like I said, I used to say they are shameless, right? You can't shame the shameless. Now I realized that we are actually dealing with army of mentally deranged people, very sick people, right? For 8 years on this platform, I have people, I don't see much of them anymore. They've changed names, right? They will come here every day to come and tell me that my expose on on Bokwari, Pastor Ruga and APC, Egbekegbe, was because I hated Nigeria. That's what they said. They said it is because I hated Bokwari. They said it's because PDP lost party, lost power. There's nothing they didn't say, but they were very confident that Bokwari will put me to shame. You will see. You will see. By the time all of the Bokwari's reform, the great work that our president is doing, by the time they start happening here in Nigeria, end of Boko Haram, and all of these things, you will see that, you see, God will put you to shame, Mayegun. Buhari will shame all of his enemies. These mad people call me enemy for warning them ahead or warning them against the danger that these criminals represent. The inhumanity in them. They will come here every evening until some of them fizzle out. When hunger, frustration, depression, and what have you destroyed majority of them, that they just have to walk away. Because Bokwari did not shame Mayegun. Bokwari destroyed them economically. It destroyed them. Mentally. It destroyed the entire place. That today